This is Gary Atencio, and you're watching Consumer News TV. And now a word from our news contributor.
Is your future secure? Are you prepared for a possible market collapse? I just read this. The S&P 500 is up over 18% and the Nasdaq at 40% in 2023. The market is doing great, so they say. But you need to understand the rest of the story. The lines they didn't want you to question or the ones your advisor is not talking to you about. The M2 money supply contraction or decline of 5.8% annualized through July is at recession depression levels. M2 is the benchmark for how much cash and easily convertible assets are circulating through our country and economy, and a contraction of this level means massive liquidity issues, not only for us, but for U.S. banks, the government, and really everyone, since we are in a consumption-based economy. Now, not having liquidity to keep the system running means real economic pain is coming. But that's not what you're hearing from Wall Street. We're always being fed the select good economic statistics, while they ignore and avoid the trouble ones they cannot explain away. Just look at commercial lending. It has already tightened to recession and even depression levels. Right now, when there are trillions of dollars in commercial real estate that is due to mature within the next 60 months. And this is another surprising fact. Well, not really, but the Federal Reserve has lost almost $1 trillion, and the hedges are about to be squeezed with all their shenanigans of borrowing float money that doesn't exist and then failing to deliver. Now, there's all kinds of studies out, and I read all the time, but the data shows we are near the end of this collapsing system, and you better have your plan ready. Because of the rapid de-dollarization of the East through BRICS, many experts' opinions is that there will be a 2023 black swan event, a massive market loss that is unprecedented in history as the world moves from US dollar homogeny to multipolarity with more than one global reserve currency. Now, understand this. There is nothing average or normal about the microeconomic conditions that exist globally right now and are pushing the world to a new global order. Make sure you have a financial plan in place, one that can protect your money, from the storm that's coming. Just like in the movie The Big Short. If you haven't seen it, watch it, which is about the market crash in 2008. People, you don't need to listen to the propaganda that Wall Street puts out all the time. It is time for you to think outside the box of conventional financial planning and start protecting yourself. Let me ask you this. If you are planning to retire soon, you need to learn about the risk in retirement that a stock portfolio cannot eliminate. In fact, a stock portfolio exacerbates it, making it worse. Has the advisor that you work with ever told you about sequential returns risk, which will decimate your retirement? Or the number one fear in retirement, which is running out of money before you run out of life? Now, this has happened to many people that rely only on a stock portfolio for their retirement. Many other risks. What about longevity risk, which is a risk multiplier? Long-term care risk. Long-term care costs are extremely expensive. Government risk and tax risk, and many others. Now, the only guarantee that a stock portfolio will give you is that you are guaranteed that if you are going to lose money when the market goes down, plus the fees that are charged to you whether you make money or not by a fee-based advisor. Let me ask you this. Do you have a 401k? Do you realize that a 1% fee over a 30-year period will reduce your income by 1/3? And the average fee for a 401k is 2.99% across America. People are going to lose half their money when they retire. Even crazier is over 58% of people don't even think there's a fee on their 401k. And up until a couple of years ago, they didn't even have to disclose the fees. Now, understand this too. Taxes are going to have to go up whether you think so or not. I read a Congressional Budget Office report put out last fall at a $31 trillion deficit at that time. It stated that if we do not raise taxes by 66% overall by the year 2030, we will not be able to pay the interest on the debt and the country will default. As of now, 1 October 2023, the debt stands now at $32.9 trillion and growing. Now, that's almost $2 trillion more in less than a year. But I have two important questions to ask you. Do you want to pay those taxes? And do you want to eliminate the risk in retirement? If so, please give me a call, and I will educate you on many things, such as the effective interest costs that you're paying financial institutions for things that you buy. Now, what I do, I show people how to reduce and possibly eliminate both debt and taxes and provide them more spendable income, and then possibly set them up with a tax-free retirement. Another thing that I do is I show people how to become their own financial institution, to borrow from themselves and pay themselves back, compounding interest for them and not the financial institutions. You know, people ask me all the time, Alan, how do you do these things? Well, I just tell them that I have a team of people that I work with, top CPAs, tax-specific attorneys, and other specialists in their fields, and we collaborate together to come up with solutions for people's financial problems. Now, if any of this concerns you, please give me a call at 910-551-1046 or email me at strategicwealth0@gmail.com, and I will create a paradigm shift in your thinking of conventional financial planning. I will guarantee a secure retirement and a less stressful retirement for you.